Education. Two outs, no runners on. Like you said, Michael, Michael's pitching, if you just put your bat on the ball, it's going to carry. The right-handed shoulder over the right center field fence for the whole line.
Broadway.
Welcome into Hood College. It's another beautiful day for softball here in Frederick. We're at the home of the Blazers for the small school championship. It's the Catoctin Cougars against the Middletown Knights. As the first pitch of the ball game's underway, comes in for a strike.
Yep, batting for Middletown is the center fielder, junior Grace Torino Conway.
Second pitch to Conway, swung on and missed. Count goes to 0-2.
Grace comes in with a .433 batting average, and she's facing a formidable pitcher in Taylor Smith. Taylor back from injury, missed all of her junior year.
Pitch on the way from Smith is swung on and missed, and that'll set the first batter for the Knights down on strikes.
Taylor comes in 195 strikeouts on the season, averaging 17 per 7-inning game. So she is a power pitcher without a doubt.
Bring up Charlie Lowe for the Knights. It's the first pitch. Bonks her on that front knee, and she'll take first. Runner aboard for the Knights here in the top of the first.
Starting pitcher, number 16, Hayden Moxley.
Say Charlie with a .255 batting average, but an on base of .426, and we see why. Willing to take the hit for the team, jog down to first base.
Bring up Moxley, who watches the first pitch. Miss outside for a ball. 1-0 count.
Hayden Jr., .327 batting average.
Runner on first with the pitch on the way. Misses up. Count goes to 2-0.
Hayden, pitcher for Middletown, batting third in the lineup here for the Knights.
2-0 pitch, misses outside. Count goes to 3-0. Lopsided count here early on for Taylor Smith. See if she can battle back through this and try and get the out.
She's only walked 17 batters out of 264 batters faced.
It's impressive. 3-0 pitch, caught the inside edge of that plate. Count moves to 3-1. Pitch on the way. Catches her with a strike. Count will go full. Battled back in with 2 good strikes.
Full count. We'll see if the runners move. They do steal a lot of bases, and ball four loses them.
Early pressure here from Middletown with runners on first and second.
Catcher number
One
13,
away
Maddie
here in the top of the first.
Anthony.
Bring up Maddie Anthony.
Maddie, a freshman, carrying a .321 batting average. Impressive 3 freshmen in the starting lineup for the Middletown Knights. I wonder if you asked Coach Toms if they felt they would be this successful this year. Only 1 senior on the roster, 3 freshmen in the starting lineup, 2 juniors as their stalwart pitchers.
First pitch catches the outside edge. 0-1 count. I'd have to think it's part of that youth movement trickling through the black and orange of the Orioles that Middletown chooses to wear.
Yeah.
Second pitch. It was a strike. Count goes to 0-2.
Yeah, and what's impressive, some of these top teams have 9th graders playing key roles. We'll see as we go through the Catoctin lineup the same thing, and then when we go to the big school, you'll even see some 9th graders there with the Urbana and the Linganore squads.
Right-handed batter stands in. 1-2 pitch on the way. This is inside. Count evens up at 2. 0-0 is the score. Top of the first. Runners on first and second for Middletown. As the 2-2 pitch is swung on, hit foul down the left side.
Change-up stayed up in the zone, and Maddie ripped it, but foul. Talked about base runners moving. Middletown with 42 stolen bases on the season.
2-2 pitch. Misses low and away. Count goes full, 3-2.
Didn't see any signs there, but
3-2 pitch. Comes right down the middle. Punches her out. That's the second out of the top of the first here.
almost
Runners
looked
hold
like
at
Maddie
first and
was
second.
guessing.
First
Sorry,
baseman,
sorry,
Russell.
Jacob. Looked
Hey,
like
no.
she was guessing for something,
Rensburg.
because that looked pretty good to me.
Yeah. Big swing and a miss.
Jance Van Rensburg, the junior first baseman for the Knights. A .286 batting average on the season.
A 1 count. Runners on first and second. And that one comes right down the middle. Count goes to 0-2. Taylor Smith looking for a put-away pitch here. She misses just outside. Count goes to 1-2.
And now, I guess either it's going to be a changeup or the rise ball, and it's hard to sit on either one.
1-2.
Ugh.
Catches are looking on that one. Rings her up on the outside edge. And that'll bring us to the middle of the frame. Bottom of the first when we come back live from Hood College.
Our goal is to provide you with a customized treatment plan using advanced physical therapy and occupational therapy methods and technology. With offices conveniently located in Fairmont and throughout Frederick County, Amber Hill Therapy Centers specializes in sports injuries and sports rehab, back pain, post-surgical rehab, and more. We accept all major insurance plans. Amber Hill Therapy Centers treats patients of all ages who receive care from our highly skilled therapists and staff. For more information on Amber Hill Therapy Centers, check out our website at amberhillpt.com. Amber Hill Therapy Centers, where the patients come first. Amber Hill Therapy Center is a proud sponsor of Frederick County High School athletics on the radio.
Leading off for the top end, the left fielder, number 9. Braylon West.
Welcome back to Hood College. It's the bottom of the first here, and the Catoctin Cougars are up to bat after a pretty uneventful first half of the inning. First pitch misses inside to Braylon West.
Sophomore left fielder for the Cougars, leading off.
1-0 pitch comes up high.
.523 batting average.
2-0's the count.
As a little pitching comparison, Hayden Moxley, 275 batters faced, 67 strikeouts. And we talked about Taylor Smith, 195 strikeouts. So Hayden relies more on control and the defense behind her than striking out batters.
2-0 pitch was lifted foul up and over the backstop. And the next pitch is on the way. Swung on, little bit of a blooper into right. That'll be fielded cleanly, but the leadoff batter's aboard for the Catoctin Cougars here in the bottom of the first.
Good
Score
piece
0-0 here.
Pitcher number 13.
Good piece of hitting there by the right-handed
Smith.
Braylon West. Just took that pitch outside corner and dropped it into right field.
Bring up the Cougars pitcher, Taylor Smith. One aboard. First pitch on the way. Comes up high. Count goes to 1-0.
Taylor, 468 batting average. And if you look across her stat line, everything's pretty impressive. 12 home runs for the lefty hitter.
1-0 pitch, misses outside. Now, you know, I was researching earlier before I came, and I was interesting. I didn't realize that Hood College's mascot, the Blazers, was based off of a piece of clothing. That one's flung up and over us here in the press box, foul. Counts at 2-1.
But they have a little pony head as their...
Yes, but it was named
Look.
after a woman who wore a white blazer.
Yep. Yep.
2-1 count now. Pitch on the way. Misses the outside of the plate. Count goes to 3-1. Smith readies, left-handed batter. Pitch on the way. Misses outside and low. A walk. The batter aboard. So runners on first and second. Nobody out. No score here
Second,
in the
number
bottom of the first.
Madison. Olive.
Maddie Olive steps in. Senior center fielder. Feel like we've been calling her name all 4 years of her high school career. She carries a .407 batting average.
Oler steps in, right-handed batter. First pitch, she sees, she swings and hits that one into left field. Everybody is standing at their base, and the bases are loaded now for the Catoctin Cougars. As she swings on the first pitch she sees and belts it into left.
Yeah, it hit that so hard there was no chance
Third baseman,
for
number 7.
West to think
Hanson.
about scoring
Right.
from second. So now we're all loaded up for junior Cassidy Kreitz.
Kreitz steps in. First pitch of the at-bat on the way. Swings on that one, pops it up into the infield, and she'll snag that for an out. So one away here as they get Kreitz on the first pitch of her at-bat.
First
That was a
baseman, number 10.
very good play
Jackson.
by catcher
Roberts.
Maddie Anthony just to locate that ball. Pop straight up above her.
Chelsea Roberts stands in now.
Ooh.
Her first pitch hits her arm, and that'll be a run scoring for the Cougars as she'll take a base and move everybody forward.
Hit by pitch,
Right there,
earns
number
the
4.
RBI.
Abigail Shives.
0-1's the score now in favor of the Cougars. One away. Bases loaded. So that pitch is belted to short, flipped over to second, and they'll hold there. Run will score, and one away. Be 2 outs now. It's 2-0
Shortstop
Cougars.
number 20. Aubrey
So
Courtney.
Abby picks up an RBI on the fielder's choice. Kelsey out 6-4 at second base. Aubrey Courtney, the senior shortstop for the Cougars.
That one's lifted foul, but it's picked out of the air cleanly. And that'll be the end of the inning. 2-0's your score here in favor of the Catoctin Cougars. We'll be back with the top of the second when we come back.
John Hageman at Center of Life Chiropractic and his wife Marcia at Center of Life Pilates for their many years of helping people in need and for the wonderful ways they give back to their community through scholarship and fundraising efforts. Center of Life is located on Water Street in downtown Fairmont. For information or to check out their schedule, go online to centeroflife.us today. That's Center of Life Chiropractic and Pilates. Make an adjustment to your life today.
The top of the second for Middletown. This shortstop.
Welcome back to
7,
Hood College, just outside of downtown Frederick here. The Catoctin Cougars are up 2-0 on Middletown here in the top of the second. And the first pitch from Taylor Smith is swung on. 0-1's the count.
Hayden is a sophomore shortstop for the Knights.
One pitch. Hits the outside edge of the plate. It's a count 0-2.
I'd say if Taylor gets that pitch, it's going to be a long night for the Middletown Knight batters.
The next pitch is swung on and missed. Go down swinging. One away here in the top of the second.
Designated player number 20, Sadie Gatos.
Taylor throws that fastball, and it seems like it moves a little bit from right to the left. Batter. And if that outside corner is called a strike, Taylor's going to be really tough all night long.
One away here, first pitch. In, misses outside, 1-0 count.
Junior designated player Sadie Gatos.
1-0 pitch, comes right down the middle for a strike, evens it up at 1.
Sadie carries a .306 batting average.
1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. 1-2's the count.
Taylor just overpowering the Knights batters here in the first 2 innings.
1-2 pitch. Grazes the outside of the zone. Well, that'll set Middletown down now. Back-to-back strikeouts for Taylor Smith.
Faith O'Rear.
2 outs, 2-0 in favor of the Cougars.
Freshman third baseman Faith O'Rear. .237 batting average.
O'Rear lays down a bunt, picked up by Taylor, flipped over to first and wobbled into the dirt. She'll be safely aboard with a bunt single.
Right fielder number 1.
Taylor quickly out of the circle, got on that bunt, threw to first just a little bit low, unable to be handled by the Catoctin second baseman plate covering first.
1 on, 2 away. It's the first pitch in from Taylor. It catches the outside edge for a strike.
Another freshman in the starting lineup for the Knights, right fielder Addie Lowry.
Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2.
Addie a .419 batting average.
Put away pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Go down swinging. And that is the end of the top of the second here at Hood College. We'll be back with the bottom half of the second with the Catoctin Cougars leading the Middletown Knights 2-0.
Kitchen, conveniently located on Water Street in downtown Thurmont. It's just like home, only they do the dishes. Family owned and operated since 1984, Thurmont Country Kitchen has something for everyone. Handicap accessible, we're your choice for small gatherings or parties, and we cater too. Thurmont Country Kitchen's owners, Sherry and Rob, recently received the You Make Thurmont Proud Award. And hey, speaking of awards, that roasted chicken is the best in Maryland, hands down. Thurmont Country Kitchen's menu is unbelievable, with something for everyone.
Welcome back to Hood College. It is the bottom of the second. The Cougars are up. Bring up Caitlin Stambaugh. It's the first pitch into her, misses outside.
Caitlin, a freshman designated player for the Cougars. .563 batting average on the season. She really just started to hit consistently in the lineup later here in the season.
1-0 pitch is lifted into the glove over at short. One away here early on in the bottom of the second.
Just a little lazy line drive to the shortstop. Middletown Knights, Hayden Payne right there.
Score is 2-0 in favor of the Catoctin Cougars. Pitch on the way, misses outside. 1-0 count.
Sophomore second baseman Matty Ott carries .395 batting average.
Ott stands in, left-handed batter. Pitch on the way. Checks her swing.
Hey, Jacob, as I was doing a little prep work for this, Frederick News Post does a lot, keeps stats and stuff. They call it the Hangout. A lot of the Catoctin Cougar batters among the county leaders in average.
2-0 pitch swung on.
Which equates to a team batting average of .390 for the season.
Very, very impressive.
Yep.
2-1 count now. Next pitch misses outside.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny when you guys first brought me into this and you were going over the rosters and you brought up Ott. I thought for sure her number was going to be 0. As a lifelong Raider fan, the great Otto had the double zeros in representation.
Yes.
That pitch is swung on, chopped over to second, flipped over to first to record the out. 2 away now.
4-3 if you're scoring at home there, Matty Ott, which moves us around to the top of the Cougars lineup. Braylon West, base hit and run scored in the first inning to get things started for the Cougars. Another nice play.
First pitch of the at-bat swung on and lifted over to short, and that'll end the inning here at Hood College. We'll be back with the top of the third when we return.
in Thurmont is amazing. Not only do they support local high school sports on the radio, but they have great food, great fun, and they constantly serve our community in so many ways. Check out their Facebook page, American Legion Post 168, to find out about their exciting events. And be sure to say thank you for supporting our local community. And don't you forget to say thank you every time you see them for their selfless sacrifice in military service to our country. Thanks, American Legion Post 168. We salute you.
Welcome back to Hood College softball field, where we've got the small school championship going on, Catoctin versus Middletown. Cougars have a 2-0 lead here in the top of the third as they come up to pitch. Taylor Smith is back on the mound, or should I say circle, as her first pitch misses high.
Yeah, Catoctin in the CMC represents the Antietam Conference. They were 6-0 in conference play. Middletown, the Gambrill Conference, they were 5-1 in conference play.
1-0 pitch is swung on. Count evens up. They'll bring up Toronto Conway as we wrap back around to the top of Middletown's order. 2-0 is the score in favor of the Cougars. 1-1 pitch. Misses low. Count goes to 2-1.
Grace leads the team, 29 base hits on the season.
Conway shows bunt. Pitch comes in for a strike. Count goes to even at 2. Nobody on, nobody out. As the 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. That'll be the first out here in the top of the third. We got Charlie Lowe.
Second baseman, number 5, Charlie Lowe.
Charlie Lowe on in the first inning, hit by pitch.
First pitch on the way. Comes right down the pipe for a strike. 0-1 count. Taylor settles in, kicks and deals. Ball misses inside. Count evens up at 1.
Yeah, Taylor really works it out like that. Fastball down at the knees. Then you come back with that rise ball. It'll lift you up, and then a little bit of a slider type. Every now and then, just to mess things up, a changeup.
1-1 pitch is swung on. Count goes to 1-2. Now you can tell that pitch mix is perplexing for both the batter and the umpire. As the next pitch comes in and gets fouled off, I believe is the call. Kind of came in and got her on the hands, but it looks like
she was swinging, I believe.
Yeah.
Now, she's standing, Charlie, in the front of the batter's box against Taylor, who is probably the hardest throwing pitcher in the county.
1-2 pitch, hits the dirt and rolls into the backstop. Count evens up at 2. Nobody on board, 1 away. As the 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. That'll set another night down. 2 away here in the top of the third.
Hayden Moxley.
Bring up Moxley for the Knights.
Hayden walked her first time at bat. So far, 8 outs recorded, all by strikeout, Taylor Smith.
First pitch of the at-bat misses inside. 1-0's the count. Wind's blowing pretty much directly from center to home. As that pitch is swung on and whacked into center. He fielded cleanly and the throw into the cutoff. And the Knights have a runner aboard over at first.
Hayden with a beautiful base hit up the middle. Nice line drive over Taylor Smith's head.
Pitcher number 13, Madeline Anthony.
Bring up Maddie Anthony from Middletown.
And then we have a courtesy runner for the Knights, number 10, Jada Lugo.
Yep.
Running for the pitcher position.
Two outs now. Anthony steps in, right-handed batter. First pitch on the way. This is outside. Count goes to 1-0.
Maddie's second on the team. Check that, third on the team. 17 hits on the season. Pop up just out of play.
Count evens up at 1. Kind of ran in on her hands there. She swung. One pitch, catches the outside of the plate. Now goes to 1-2.
I mentioned Taylor Smith with her 12 home runs on the season as compared to Middletown as a team has 8. So they're more of a controlled base hitting team, batting average 309 on the season. A lot of stolen bases. Kind of a little bit of a small ball type approach offensively.
It's always a fun kind of game to watch as the 2-2 pitch comes right down the pipe, gets the punch out, and we'll be headed to the bottom of the third here. Cougars up 2-0.
For over 50 years. Winner 9 years in a row for the best of the best in Frederick County. Let our professionally trained staff of certified landscapers transform your yard from a dream to reality. Hawkins Landscaping specializes in elegant and embodied outdoor environments. If you're looking to create, upgrade, or revitalize your outdoor space, call Hawkins Landscaping today at 301-898-3615. That's 301-898-3615. Hawkins Landscaping.
Number 13, Taylor Smith.
Welcome back to Hood College. It is the bottom of the third here, and the Catoctin Cougars are up to bat. Taylor Smith is leading it off for the Cougars. First pitch, CC's is outside for a ball. 1-0 count.
Taylor walked and scored the second run of the first inning for the Cougars.
1-0 pitch, swung on, hard in the right, and she'll be safely aboard with a leadoff single for the Cougars. Your score is 2-0 in favor of Catoctin here in the bottom of the third.
Through the season, Hayden Moxley, the Middletown pitcher, has a 1.22 ERA, a 202 batting average against. So, solid season for the junior pitcher for the Knights.
Aller steps in, kind of dances out of the way. As the pitch comes inside, count goes to 1-0. One on, nobody away. 1-0 pitch, swung on, hit into left field, then a drop and roll into the left field corner. Runners are coming around. Throw comes in and it's offline, and a run will score for the Cougars. And the throwback, it's not in time to third, and the runner's safe. So I'll be interested to see how you score that one.
Unofficially, I'm going to give Maddie a base hit, an error on the left fielder. Really took a bad hop. You almost hate to say an error, and then the run scores on the throw. Maddie goes to third on the throw home as they tried to get Taylor Smith before she crossed the plate.
Bring up Kreitz. She'll foul that one off into the dirt and back into the backstop. Score is now 3-0 in favor of the Cougars. Runner on third, nobody out. Pitch on the way, misses outside. Count even is up at 1.
Yeah, that ball, that was a hard line drive in left field, and it almost looked like it hit the outfield grass and took a left turn.
One pitch, fouled hard along the left field line. Count goes to 1-2.
Cassidy, 5 home runs on the season. Check that, 6 home runs on the season.
One-two pitch on the way, swung on an elevated pitch. And that'll be the first down here in the bottom of the third.
I think Cassidy she geared up for that fastball. She got a fastball. It was just up out of the zone. She couldn't hold up.
One away now, runner on third. Pitch on the way. comes just inside. Missed the batter by about ½ an inch.
Kelsey having an impressive freshman season at the plate. 361 batting average.
Robert steps in. Next pitch misses outside. Count goes to 2-0. One away here, one on third, and the bunt comes down. Be picked up, flipped to home, and they'll get her at the plate. That's the second out.
Right fielder, number 4.
Kelsey on
Abigail
personal fielder's
Jones.
choice. Maddie out 1-2 if you're scoring at home.
It was a close play at home.
Yeah. I think people will look at that video replay and say, foot was under the tag, and I'm not going to argue with that.
2 away here in the bottom of the third. First pitch comes inside. Count goes to 1-0. Bring in Shives. 1-0 pitch on the way, 2 away now.
Oh.
So that one hung up into right field. It'll bounce, it'll bobble, and she'll be aboard with a double. So runners are safe at second and at third.
Nice piece of hitting.
Shortstop,
Abby
number
just
20.
took that ball
Courtney.
into the gap in right center field, hustling and diving into second with a double. Senior shortstop at Aubrey Courtney popped up third base in the first inning.
Pitch catches the upper outside edge of the plate. Count goes to 0-1.
Aubrey a 271 batting average.
0-1 pitch to Courtney is swung on and missed. Kind of just trailed away from her at the end. 0-2's the count, 2 away. Scores 3-0 in favor of Catoctin. Here in the bottom of the third.
Ooh.
That pitch is fought off. Came inside. Count holds at 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Misses outside. Count goes to 1-2. Runners on second and third here for the Cougars. One-two pitch up and out of the zone. Count evens up at 2.
I think a little changeup got stuck in Hayden's hand.
Two outs. 2-2 pitch. That one's fought off again. Came inside. Stops just short of bouncing out into the street to our left.
Yeah, say that's 2 that almost made it to 7th Street.
Two-two pitch. That one's popped up. Looks like it's coming down, and it's wrangled by the first baseman. And that'll be the third out. We'll be back with the top of the fourth. The Catoctin Cougars are up 3-0 on the Middletown Knights.
Busy with plenty of commitments, that's why Anytime Fitness is the perfect way to stay in shape. From either home or work, Anytime Fitness at Fairmont is always close by, and they're open 24/7. They can tailor a personalized training program to fit your workout needs. Anytime Fitness can also fashion a membership and payment plan that will be flexible enough for your on-the-go lifestyle. You'll love the 24-hour co-ed fitness center with state-of-the-art equipment designed to sculpt and tune you into shape. And when you're away from the Fairmont area, for membership guarantees you access to any of the over 1,000 clubs worldwide. Visit This 130 Frederick Road. Start your program today. Yeah, you can stay healthy anytime with Anytime Fitness.
Welcome back to Hood College. It is the top of the fourth inning, and the Middletown Knights are up to bat. Bring up Jance Van Rensburg for the Knights. First pitch into her was a ball. She swings and misses on the second. Count evens up at 1. 3-0's the score in favor of the Catoctin Cougars. Here in the top of the fourth. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch. Comes up high. Check swing. She held. Count evens up at 2. Two-two pitch misses outside. Count will go full at 3-2.
So the state playoffs actually start tomorrow. None of the teams that play here today will be playing tomorrow. They all have first round byes.
3-2 pitch swung on and missed. Came up high in the zone. One away now.
Looking down the schedule a little bit,
Shortstop, number 7.
one of the best matchups in the second round will be when Walkersville Lions travel to Middletown. They played each other in the regular season and split. So that would be a very competitive second round matchup.
First pitch of the at-bat is bunted up and over us. Actually, kind of landed on top of us. We were both waiting to hear the percussive thud. Hayden Payne stands in for the Knights now. 0-1 pitch on the way. Misses outside. Count goes to 1-1. One pitch. Misses inside. Count goes to 2-1.
When I asked Coach Toms about the success of this year's season, he just said basically it was pitching and solid defense led to this fine season these young Knights have had.
Count evens up at 2-2. There's one away here in the top of the fourth. Catoctin Cougars 3, Middletown Knights 0. Two-two pitch, swung on and missed. It's 2 away now.
Designated player, number 20, Sadie Gatos.
As you may have heard, the next batter, Sadie Gatos for Middletown. Left-handed batter. She'll step into the box.
Say, if you're coaching along with Coach Toms, he gives 3-digit number, nobody on base, 2 outs. What could it be?
First pitch misses low. Counts at 1-0. 1-0 catches the outside of the plate, evens up at 1. One pitch, swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-2.
11 outs recorded, all via strikeout by Taylor Smith.
Absolutely wild. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed.
Make it
And that'll
12.
set down the Knights. We'll be back with the bottom of the fourth here from Hood College. The Catoctin Cougars are up 3-0 on the Middletown Knights.
50 years with quality service at a fair price. Brownie's Auto Repair employs only ASE certified technicians. Brownie's is one of only 33 shops in the state of Maryland designated as an ASE Blue Seal of Excellence repair facility. They want to help you maintain your vehicle in a manner that keeps it trouble-free and fun to drive. Stop by today at Brownie's Auto Repair, located on Frederick Street in Walkersville, a proud sponsor of Walkersville High School Athletics.
Welcome back to Hood College. It's the bottom of the fourth, and the Catoctin Cougars are up to bat. Bring up Caitlin Stambaugh for the Cougars. Right-handed batter. She'll step into the box.
Caitlin with a looping liner to the shortstop in the second inning.
And the first pitch of her at bat comes up and out for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Three O's the score in favor of the Catoctin Cougars. It's the 1-0 pitch. Comes right down the middle to even it up at 1. One pitch is fouled up and back and right into the general area of a Labrador Retriever who was very enthralled by his newfound toy.
That might be a spitball when it comes back.
Got some extra traction on it. 1-2. Oh, comes inside. Count evens up at 2.
I'm not sure how Caitlin avoided that one.
Could you imagine the stare down between an umpire and a dog? A la Necro getting caught with the nail file. 2-2 pitch is hit right back to the pitcher into center field. And Stambaugh will be aboard with a single.
Second baseman, number 5, Madison.
And now we'll have a pinch runner for Caitlin.
You know, it's funny. I played in a men's softball league after I got out of high school and I was in college. And the pitcher on the team that I was on, he used to wear goalie pads, like from hockey. He'd have them strapped to his lower legs because he was about, I don't know, 72 years old, and he couldn't move quite quickly out of the way of one. And so he'd just wear it. Runner aboard for the Cougars.
That's Charlie Kilholtz taking a spot at first base. Caitlin Stambaugh with the base hit. Charlie the catcher, but now in the lineup.
First pitch is thrown down, and they call her out. So it's a caught stealing here in the bottom of the fourth, and Middletown's got one away as they catch down that courtesy runner.
That's 2-4 if you're scoring at home for the tag out.
Well, it was a great throwdown because I was noticing during the pitch rounds and warm-ups before the game that Middletown's catcher was having some trouble getting it there on a line. But she got it there that time when it mattered.
That aim was perfect, right down where the slide was. Yep, second baseman just had to catch it and hold it for the bang-bang put out.
2-0, one away. Pitch on the way. Swung on, lifted out into shallow center field, and that'll be collected by the Knights. That'll be 2 outs here.
Good communication there. Center fielder calling everybody off. Grace Toronto Conway loudly yelling, "I got it." Shortstop and second baseman disperse. And we move around to the top of the Cougars order.
First pitch is fouled straight back into the backstop. 3-0 in favor of the Cougars. 2 outs. Nobody on after that throw down from Middletown. The 0-1 pitch is on the way. That one swung on, lifted up down the right base side, and it's collected cleanly for the out. And Middletown gets out of this. And we'll be back with the top of the 5th after this break.
What they do in Mrs. People's lives, emotions, the Captain Mountain Massage Wellness Center is not just a therapeutic massage center, but it is a collaboration of healing arts using Reiki, sound, movement, art, and more. The Captain Mountain Massage and Wellness Center are people who care. Nerve or orthopedic issues, back and neck pain? The Captain Mountain Massage and Wellness Center can help you. Enjoy luxurious treatment with amazing results at the Captain Mountain Massage and Wellness Center. And by the way, they are looking for experienced therapists who are skilled in the healing arts to join their team today. Just check out their website, theTarptonMountainMassage.com. That's theTarpton, M-T-N, massage.com to connect with them today.
Leading on at the top of the fifth for Middletown, the third baseman, number 15, Faith.
Welcome back to Hood College. It's the top of the fifth here, and the Middletown Knights are up to bat. It's 3-0 Catoctin Cougars. Clean inning for the Knights leading into this one. It's the first pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Came up on her.
Pitcher for the Cougars, Taylor Smith, being Taylor Smith. 12 strikeouts already, only one base hit allowed.
0-1 pitch quickly moves to 0-2. As the next pitch finds the top right corner. 0-2 pitch on the way, misses outside. Count goes to 1-2.
Faith carries a .237 batting average into the game. 11 runs scored for the Knights on the season.
Career swings and misses at that one. That'll be the first out here in the top of the fifth. Bring up Addie Lowry.
Addie Lowry.
Addie strikeout in the second inning.
One away here. First pitch swung on and missed. Had some late movement across the plate. A 1 pitch. Misses outside, evens things up at 1.
Addie among her team leaders with 15 RBIs on the season. 16 runs scored.
1-1 pitch, swung on, fouled straight back into us. If you're watching on the YouTube stream, that was the jostle that you just experienced. Counts at 1-2, 1 away. Nobody on. 3-0's the score. Catoctin up. Pitch on the way. Fouled up. And that'll be wrangled in
Nice
by
play.
the Cougars catcher. Keelholtz.
Yeah, again, another nice play by the catcher, finding, locating that pop-up,
Conway.
not overrunning it as it spins back into the towards the field of play.
Two away here as we wrap back around to Toronto Conway. First pitch misses for a ball. One 0 pitch misses low. Count goes to 2-0. Winds seem to calm a little bit. It's not blowing as stiffly as it was early on. 2-0 pitch is swung on, fouled up and over us. That'll land softly in the dirt. Two 2-1 count now. Pitch on the way. Comes inside for a strike. Count evens up at 2.
2.
Twos across the board as the pitch comes in and swung on and missed. And that'll be the end of the top of the 5th. We'll be back With the bottom of the fifth, the Catoctin Cougars up 3-0 over the Middletown Knights.
You have a list of things. One of those things say, wander around the warehouse looking for someone to help you. Or walk out not knowing if you got exactly what you need. Nope, you have a list of things, and Ace has them, from the brand you trust. We also have people who ask the right questions to make sure you get everything you need. Because at Ace, you have a whole list, and great service is at the top. Ace has hardware. Head over to Cousins Ace Hardware today. Located on North Church Street in Vermont, Cousins Ace Hardware is a proud sponsor of high school athletics on the radio.
Welcome back to Hood College. It's the bottom of the fifth. 2 up for the Catoctin Cougars, Taylor Smith, Maddie Aller, and Cassidy Kreitz. The first pitch into Smith is low for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. It's 3-0 in favor of the Cougars here. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Misses high. Count goes to 2-0.
I was reading an article in the paper about Taylor and how she spent her time off and really worked on the hitting, wanted to be a much better hitter this season, and boy, the work has paid off.
2-0 pitch, misses outside. Oh, called strike. Not bad.
I mentioned her 468 batting average, 560 on base percentage, a 1.22 slugging percentage.
2-1 pitch is hit hard and into center. Going back on it is a center fielder, and she will watch that one drop. I think it's Taylor Smith with the leadoff home run for the Catoctin Cougars, and that'll bring that score to 4-0.
Yep. And did I mention Taylor hits home runs also, that being number 13 on the season?
Center fielder, number 11, Madison Orr.
Bring up Maddie Aller.
I'll go through her stat line when she comes back pitching, how she worked, recovered from that knee injury, and a dominant senior season in the circle for the Cougars.
Pitch on the way, misses outside. Count goes to 1-0.
Maddie, 2 for 2 on the day, both base hits.
One-0 pitch. Swung on, fought off over the backstop, softly into the grass. Count evens up at 1. I'd have to imagine with Taylor, it was a matter of the colleges came knocking for the pitching, and the batting is just an added bonus
for sure. Yep.
You know, for her future team. So that next pitch is swung on, hit foul. Count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, in case anyone's missed it, she has committed and will be playing softball at the University of Virginia next season. Will Taylor Smith.
1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. And that'll sit down Maddie Aller. One away here in the bottom of the fifth. Bring up Cassidy Kreitz for the Cougars.
Third baseman, number 7, Cassidy Kreitz.
Cassidy, a 397 batting average, 25 RBIs, 17 runs scored.
Kreitz watches that breaking ball come in for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Drops into the dirt right in front of her. Count evens up at 1.
Nice change up there by Hayden, just dropped out of the zone. Cassidy able to hold up.
1-1 pitch on the way. Catches the outside edge of the plate. Count goes to 1-2. Four O's the score. Catoctin up. Added a run here in the inning with a Taylor Smith home run out to dead center. As the 1-2 pitch is on the way. Fought off, foul down the third base side. Count holds at 1-2. One-two pitch on the way. Swung on, hit hard down the third base side, foul. We'll stay at 1-2. One-two pitch, swung on, hit into left. Will be picked up cleanly for the out. It's 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th.
Cassidy just reached out and saw the line drive to left field. Looks like it wasn't going to come down. Left fielder Abby Anthony kind of had to reach up to make the play.
Bring up Kelsey Roberts. She'll swing on the first pitch she sees, and it'll come through the gap into right center. Throw comes in high into second. Luckily the pitcher's there to hold on to it. It'll be a stand-up double.
Hustling out of the batter's box. Kelsey placed that one right between the center fielder and the right fielder. No hesitation in the second base.
Pitch comes inside. Count goes to 1-0.
Abby 1 for 2 on the afternoon, a double in the third, fielder's choice in the first.
Shive steps back in. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit back into the pitcher. It'll hit off her shins and roll away, and the runners will be safe over at first and third. It's a little bit of a 2-out rally coming for the Cougars.
Those little pads would have come in handy for the pitcher there. That one, I think she got off the shin. Couldn't get the glove down quick enough.
Looks like we have a pinch hitter potentially. Kenzie Lewis looks like is being subbed in.
Yep. Kenzie Lewis to bat for Aubrey Courtney.
Bench
Senior.
Number 19,
Kenzie Lewis. Right-handed batter. She'll step in.
Pinch hitter.
2 away. Runners on the corners.
Kenzie, 44 plate appearances on the season. .243 batting average.
Two outs, 2 on. First pitch comes right down the plate. For a strike, count goes to 0-1. Lewis steps back in, swings on the next pitch, and it's fouled up and over the backstop. Count quickly to 0-2. Runners on first and third. Both ready to take off on contact. As that pitch is chopped back to the pitcher, flipped over to first, and that'll be the final out here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back with more softball here from Hood College when we return after this break. The Catoctin Cougars up 4-0 on the Middletown Knights.
We'll be right back after this important message. Here's another person looking for that perfect summer job, just go online to jobseps.com/Indeed. Here's again, jobseps.com/Indeed to sign up. Now, these lifeguarding positions are being offered by the Maryland Park Service. And learn about this great event and more at online.wtsubrain.com. Remember, that call is 1450. We care about our community and about you.
Leading off the top of the sixth for Bowtown, the second baseman, number 5, Charlie Lowe.
Welcome back to Hood College. It is the top of the sixth here. 4-0 in favor of the Catoctin Cougars as the Middletown Knights come up to bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Misses high. Count goes to 1-0.
Talk about Taylor Smith just a little bit. 76 innings pitched, 264 batters faced, 195 strikeouts. This is coming into today. We've broken over 210, close to that already. ERA of .27 for the season. Has given up 3 earned runs in 76 innings pitched.
Counts quickly to 3-0 as the 2 pitches missed, and that one comes right down the middle. Bring that count to 3-1. Taylor Smith will have to fight back into this at bat after quickly jumping out to a 3-0 count. Pitch on the way, swung on, popped up, and that'll be coming down the first base side, and it'll be collected cleanly over there by Kelsey Roberts for the out. We one away here in the top of the sixth.
Pitcher number 16, Hayden Moxley.
Bring up Hayden Moxley for the Knights. Right-handed batter will step in. First pitch comes down the middle for strike. Counts at 0-1.
A lot of very talented softball players in Frederick County, but Taylor Smith among the top pitchers and in the top 10 in batting average, leads the county in home runs. She's if I had a vote for a player of the year.
I'd assume most people would probably agree with you. As the 1-1 pitch is fouled up and over the backstop. And that one does hit into the street. Rolls out into traffic. Counts at 1-2.
A couple of Linganore Lancer players gathering it as they cross the street.
1-2 pitch, misses low and in the dirt. Count evens up at 2. 1 out, nobody on. 4-0 ball game in favor of the Cougars. Taylor Smith in there now protecting the lead that she helped build with a home run.
Another one to 7th Street. Actually to the Starbucks parking lot.
They should run a promotion. Foul ball gets hit into their lot. Free coffees for everybody. I think everybody would appreciate that. Counts even at 2-2. Pitch on the way. That one drops in for a strike, and she'll go down looking. That's 2 away here in the top of the 6th.
Catcher number 13, Madeline Anthony.
Bring up Maddie Anthony.
15 strikeouts on the afternoon for Taylor Smith.
First pitch on the way. Swung on, fouled up and over the dugout. And that one stays on the ballpark side of the fence this time around. With an 0-1 count. Two away, nobody on as the pitch misses out inside. Count evens up at 1. One pitch misses out and low. Count goes to 2-1. Taylor's gotten behind in the count a few times today. She's figured out how to battle her way back in as that one's belted to left. That one will fall fair and into somebody's windshield out in left field. The owner of a gold minivan.
And you know, there used to be a sign, if they're still not there.
There is. I'm parked over there.
Okay. It warned you about batted balls. And every one of them came in windshield open.
2-2. Misses low and in the dirt. Count goes full.
You know.
Yeah.
I think if I'm going to park there, I'm at least going to back in.
Yeah. I remembered I was parking along the outfield wall of the softball stadium. I'm like, you know, I'm going to park a little bit further away than I normally would. Full count, 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Misses outside. And that'll be a walk for Middletown. Runner over on first.
First base.
Maddie Anthony takes her base.
Jans Van Rensburg.
And we have a runner.
And a new batter. Yeah, number 4, or
No, number 6.
number 4 is pinch running.
Yeah. Genevieve Chase running for Middletown. Actually, a courtesy runner for the catcher, Maddie Anthony.
2-way pitch on the way, swung on and missed.
Jance Van Remsburg steps in for the Knights.
A 1 pitch, swung on and missed. Came up high on her. Count goes to 0-2. 2 outs, runner over at first. 4-0 ball game in favor of Catoctin. Pitch comes up high. Throw down is not in time and away. And the runner is safe over at second.
Credit Genevieve with a stolen base. Throw was a bit high.
One, 2 count, 2 outs. Pitch on the way, misses outside. Count evens up at 2. Runner over at second now on that stolen base. Cougars are lucky they were able to rein that throw in, otherwise it could have been a runner over at third. So that pitch comes right down the middle for a strike. And that'll end the inning. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 6th here from Hood College. The Catoctin Cougars are up 4-0 over the Middletown Knights. I am curious if somebody's
Oldies 1450 THU is the leader in high school sports broadcasting. Since 2008, we have broadcast more high school sporting events than any radio station in the 4-state area. Football, basketball, baseball, and softball. Regular season playoffs and state championships from Southern PA to Brunswick, the western mountains of Maryland to the eastern shore. Cool Oldies 1450 THU is #1 in high school sports broadcasting.
Welcome back to Hood College. It is the bottom of the 6th. Caitlin Stambaugh up to bat for the Cougars, and she'll watch that first pitch come in low. Count goes to 1-0. It's 4-0 in favor of the Cougars.
Caitlin 1 for 2 on the afternoon. A line drive to the shortstop and a base hit in the 4th inning.
1-0 pitch, missed high. Count goes to 2-0. Pitch on the way, catches the outside edge. Count goes 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Misses high. Count goes to 3-1. So Stambaugh working out to a pretty good batter's count here. Three-one pitch. Swung on, chopped over to short, picked up, flipped over to first. That's high. And everybody's safely aboard.
So we'll go at E6 on that high throw. Charlie Kilholtz to run again for Stambaugh.
Second baseman, number 5, Madison Ott.
Looks like we have a
Correction,
new batter coming in for the Cougars, Riley Hammond.
Freshman Riley Hammond pinch hitting.
Hammond, right-handed batter, wearing the number 12. She comes in from Maddie Ott. It's runner on first, no outs. 4-0 ball game in favor of the Cougars.
21 plate appearances for Riley, a .421 batting average.
Hammond steps back in. First pitch on the way. Swung on, fell back and over us. Count goes to 0-1. Really beautiful view over the outfield wall today. Some Hood College buildings and some pretty trees in view. Next pitch misses up and away. Count evens up at 1-1. I always like looking out over the outfield wall and seeing what's out there. If you ever have a chance to visit Tempe Diablo Stadium in Arizona, beautiful view of the Red Rocks.
Yep.
So the next pitch comes in. For a strike, count goes to 1-2.
Yep, did a couple of seasons of spring training out there, Arizona. A little too warm for me personally, but it was beautiful.
It is. Right now is about the time it starts to get miserable. So the next pitch misses outside, and count evens up at 2. I think this is the longest I've been able to wear jeans in about 7 years. 2-2 pitch. Misses away. Count goes full, 3-2.
Hayden needs to make a pitch here. Catocton's going to roll around to the top of the order.
Pitch on the way. 3-2 pitch. Just rolls off the bat into the umpire's mask and back into the backstop. Count will hold at 3-2. Runner over at first is ready to run. 3-2 pitch. Swung on. That one's popped up into the infield, and that'll drop in for an out. That's collected cleanly over at second. We'll be one away here in the bottom of the 6th.
Left fielder, number 9, Braylon West.
We'll wrap back around to the top of the Catocton batting order. Bring up Braylon West. First pitch into West, comes in high. Count goes to 1-0.
Braden, the leadoff 10th grader for the Cougars, leads the team in base hits with 34 on the season.
Next pitch she sees is chopped over to short. She doesn't hold on and a roll into left, so runners are safe over at first and second for the Cougars. There's one out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, I think the Knights infielder was looking to scoop that and then throw it quickly to second and just took our eye off of it.
One of those classic situations of your eyes being quicker than your hands. One away here, runners on first and second. Pitch on the way, comes up high on Taylor Smith. 1-0 is the count.
Taylor 2 for 2 on the afternoon, a walk, a base hit, and a home run.
1-0 pitch. Catches the outside edge. Count evens up at 1. Now that home run she hit her last time up was loud. It's been a long time since I've been behind a home run hit off of an aluminum or composite bat.
Right.
So that pitch is swung on and it falls foul. Kind of just curled up and over the first baseman and dropped foul.
Taylor making solid contact. I think I'm throwing a changeup if I'm Hayden right here.
1-2 pitch on the way. That one's belted into right and snagged cleanly for the out. Throw back into the cutoff. We'll hold. 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
Taylor again barreled that one up well. Line drive. Right fielder Addie Lowry, right spot.
Maddie Aller steps in with 2 outs and runners at first and second. 4-0's the score here in favor of the Cougars. Pitch on the way, swung on. That one's lifted up into the left. Fair foul.
Nice
caught.
play.
Doesn't matter either way. And that is the final out here in the bottom of the 6th. It's 4-0 in favor of the Catoctin Cougars. We'll be back for the top of the 7th after this break.
American Legion Post 168 in Fairmont is amazing. Not only do they support local high school sports on the radio, but they have great food, great fun, and they constantly serve our community in so many ways. Check out their Facebook page, American Legion Post 168, to find out about their exciting events. And be sure to say thank you for supporting our local community. And don't you forget to say thank you every time you see them for their selfless sacrifice in military service to our country. Thanks, American Legion Post 168. We salute you.
Welcome back to Hood College. It's the top of the 7th here as the Cougars are getting ready to take back the field from the Middletown Knights. Scores 4-0 in favor of the Catoctin Cougars.
Number 7, Hayden Payne.
Bring up Hayden Payne for the Knights. She'll lead it off here. Knights need to try to get a few runs in a hurry.
Yep.
That first pitch comes right down the middle. Off-speed pitch.
Need to find a way to put the bat on the ball a little more consistently. Taylor with 15 strikeouts.
A 1 pitch on the way. That one bunted foul. Back over the backstop. Count goes to 0-2.
If I had longer arms, I could have got that.
It's all fun and games until you accidentally break a finger.
Nope, I don't even do it anymore. I just
Big swing and a miss. And that sets down the first batter. Taylor Smith with another strikeout to start this inning off.
I'm one of those now when the ball goes up, I scatter. I'm not playing it. So number 12, who has been our flex player, left fielder,
12, Abigail Anthony.
Abby Anthony.
No, there was one field I used to call games back when I was working for the minor league club where you had to sit on top of the dugout. It was a flat roof and some of those balls would just come screaming at you. So anytime you had a right-handed batter, you wore a big old catcher's mitt on your hand. And the first pitch is ground over to third, picked up, flipped over to first, and that's the out. So 2 away quickly here in the top of the 7th.
Third baseman, number 15,
No, just one of those big meaty ones like Yogi Berra used to wear. You can't catch a thing using it. You have to use 2 hands every time.
At least you can protect yourself with it, though, right?
Oh, for sure. It's the first pitch swung on, missed. Count goes to 0-1. 2 outs, nobody on. Taylor Smith, a very dominant game today. So next pitch misses and rolls back into the backstop. Count will even up at 1.
Unofficially, I have Taylor 1 hit allowed through 6 1/3 here. Or check that, 6 2/3.
1-1 pitch swung on. Count goes to 1-2.
Taylor averages 17 strikeouts per 7-inning game.
1-2 pitch swung on and missed. It's picked up. Throw over to first, and that's the ball game.
And right on cue, 17 strikeouts for the ball game. Taylor Smith, another dominant pitching performance. Catoctin wins the small school CMC championship 4-0. Both teams now on the field congratulate each other, wish each other luck as we now move these 2 teams into the state playoffs.
Well, that's your ball game here from Hood College.
Catoctin 4 and Middletown 0.
Catoctin wins it 4-0 in 7 innings.
Good luck to both the Catoctin Cougars and Middletown Knights.
We're going to take a little break now, and we'll see what type of a time. It's supposed to be a 6 o'clock start, but I would not be surprised if we don't start a little sooner than that, since it's now only 10 minutes till 5. But stay with us, or just listening to the music that Michael is going to put on for a little bit, and then we'll break in when the game's ready to start. We're getting ready for the big school CMC championship. The Linganore Lancers, Urbana Hawks.
Once again, 4-0, Catoctin Cougars winning the small school championship. We'll be right back with the next game when it happens. We'll see you there.